want to show you how to play that 19th century gospel hymn classic, He Leadeth Me. If you want the letter notes for that, go to LetterNotePlayer.com. I have them there for you. Let's start with the introduction. I'm playing this in the key of D major, so I'm just going to start with an A7. A, C sharp, E, G, A. It leads us right into that D major sound. So we'll start off with A, C sharp, E, G, A. And then your pickup is A, up an octave. Okay, and then let's get the melody. A, F sharp, E, D, A, B, G, G, B, A, F sharp, E, D, F sharp, E. Up to the A again, A, F sharp, A, B, G, D, C sharp, B, A, F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, E, D. And then we've got the chorus refrain. A, D, C sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, A, F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, E. A, D, C sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, A, F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, E, D. Now for the chords, you're just going to have a D chord, and a G chord, an A7, and a B minor chord. There's one spot where a B minor comes in. So here's your D chord is D, F sharp, A, 1, 3, 5 on D, white, black, white. Your G chord is G, B, D, but sometimes I'm going to play it B, D, G, and sometimes I'm going to play it D, G, B, depending on the sound I'm wanting. So you'll get, but you've got those three notes, G, B, D, 1, 3, 5, all white notes. Same chord. And then your A7, 1, 3, 5, 7, A, C sharp, E, G. Now in that first line, that's our opening arpeggio too. But in the first line, I'm going to play it this way. C sharp, G, A, because I'm going from a D chord. And all you have to do is change that F sharp to a G and the little finger down to the C sharp, and you've got your A7. And the E is in the melody. So that's the way I'm going to make that A7 right there. And the B minor is white, white, black, B, D, F sharp. So we will occasionally have that. Now let's put it together, and I'll go slowly so that you can see it. Now the first thing I do is I arpeggiate the D major chord, D, F sharp, A. And then hold that pickup note back just a little bit. It sounds better. See, if you just hold it back just a tad. And then to go from the D, F sharp, A, we go to the G chord with G in the middle. Now this time I'm going to play the D, F sharp, and A right after it. Now the full chord, and there's that A7 that I told you about. Then hold this pickup back again. Now this time I'm going to arpeggiate the D, G, B. So it'll be D, G, so B, G, D, and the G will come between the B and the G in the right hand. Now I could stay there, but I want to change the sound of the chord, so I'm going to go. I'm going to drop it from just down so the B is in the bass. Then we do this again, D, F sharp, A, and then down to B, D and F sharp, A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, and D, F, the D chord. Let me take that slowly so that you can see it. first thing I'm going to go is arpeggiate the D chord, D, F sharp, A, and we'll do that. F sharp will be between the two notes again. And then we do the same thing with the A chord. So D, F sharp, A, C sharp, E, D. Now the chords are going to go back and forth between D and G. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go D, G, then I'm going to just play two notes, D and F sharp, D and G, D and F sharp, then we go to the B minor, A, and all I'll play is the A by itself, D, and then we're going to go to an A7, and I'm going to play A, C sharp, G. I'm going to leave the E out, it's not necessary, plus we've got it in the melody. So here's the chorus refrain slowly. Again. Now here I'm going to spell out the whole A7. So I'll put that G with the E at the end. Okay, and then we write on a D chord at the end. Now then what I'd like to do for the second verse, if you want some variety, you can just play chords. Now all I was doing there was going D chord, G chord, D chord, D chord, A7. Do it again. There's where I drop it down. I go from this G chord to this G chord. But the only time I'd arpeggiate is right there on that A chord. So we go from the D chord, B minor chord, A, C sharp, E, D chord. And then just keep going with the refrain. Now here I'm going to change the A chord. I'm going to go from D, F sharp, A to C sharp, E, A. Da, 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 da. And then once I get to these chords, I'm going to go back and forth. D chord, G chord, D chord, G chord, D chord. So here it is. B minor chord. I can't really get an A chord in there. I don't want to put an A chord in there, so all I'm going to do is play that A by itself. So we'll go from D chord to the B minor chord, A, D, and then the A7, A, C sharp, G. I'll do it again so you can see it. Again, right there at the end of the cadence, I would go ahead and arpeggiate that out, but you don't have to, you can go. Then, if you want to take variety and take it up an octave, you can. To put a tag on there, I just repeat that last phrase. in the regular octave. And a little slower. So just a little slower, regular octave. And then arpeggiate the D chord. So to arpeggiate that, you just go right 1, 3, 5, D, F sharp, A, D. You're on this melody, so you have to lift off with your thumb, and then go right to the F sharp, A, D, F sharp, A, D. And you can play that in any style that you want. Or there you have it. He leadeth me in the key of D. I hope you enjoy it.